I know everything about you, but you know nothing about me. What if everything you believed about yourself was wrong? The truth is closer than you think, yet it's something you've never seen before. Are you ready for the revelation? You think you have control, but do you really? What if your deepest fears are already unfolding before you? Right now, you're standing at the edge of a cliff, unaware that the next step could change everything. Are you prepared for what's about to happen? Imagine for a moment that the life you're living isn't yours to control. What would you do if you found out the truth? What if your secrets are the very thing holding you back from the life you dream of? Are you ready to face them head on? You've been walking this path your entire life, but what if it's leading you straight into a storm? Everything you think you know, is it just a lie you've convinced yourself is true? Or is there something darker lurking just beneath the surface? The heart has its own secrets, but what if you've been ignoring the one truth it's been whispering to you all along? Do you feel that chill creeping in? That's your instincts telling you something's off. But what if you've been ignoring the signs? I know every piece of your story, but you haven't heard mine. What happens when our worlds collide? In the silence, you'll hear the truth echoing louder than any words can say. Are you ready to listen? Every choice you've made has led you to this moment, but what if it's not the right path? What if the answer is somewhere you never expected? We think we know what we want, but the soul is often far more complicated than we realize. Have you ever truly listened to your own heart? What if your deepest desire is hiding in the very place you fear the most? What if embracing it is the only way forward? You've seen the signs, but you're still searching for answers. What if the truth is staring you right in the face? You've been chasing something for so long, but what if it was never the goal you should have been focused on? The people closest to you may not know the truth, but deep down, you feel it creeping in. What's about to be revealed could shatter everything. In the dark, we find out who we really are. But are you prepared to meet the person you've been avoiding? Have you ever wondered if everything you've been doing is part of someone else's plan? What if you're the pawn in a much larger game? When you open your eyes to what's been hidden, everything you once thought was real might suddenly come crashing down. Right now, you're standing on the precipice of your life's greatest turning point. Will you be able to make the leap? You thought you were safe, but something is about to break the illusion. Are you ready to see what's lurking beneath the surface? You feel it, don't you? That tug in your chest, that sense something is coming. You've been waiting for it, but now it's here. The story you've been told isn't the truth. What if everything you thought you knew was just a mask for what's really going on? Every choice you make ripples through your future. But what if the wrong decision is the one you're about to make? In the quiet moments, the truth reveals itself. Will you be able to handle what's about to come your way? You've been running from something your entire life. But what if the only way to truly live is to face what you've been avoiding? The person you're meant to be is standing just behind the door you've been too afraid to open. Will you unlock it? Do you ever wonder if you're truly living your own life, or if you're just following a script written for you long ago? The hardest battles are fought in silence. But what if the war you've been avoiding is already happening inside of you? Have you ever felt like there's a secret just out of reach? What if it's the key to everything you've been searching for? Sometimes the truth is too much to bear, but once you know it, there's no turning back. You're caught in the middle of something far bigger than yourself. Will you rise to the occasion or let it swallow you whole? You think you're alone in this, but what if someone else knows exactly what you're going through and they're watching? The truth isn't always what we want it to be, but the moment we face it, we unlock the power to change everything. What if the person you thought you knew best is hiding something from you? How far will you go to uncover the truth? It's easy to follow the path laid out for you. But what if the road less traveled is the one that leads to your deepest desires? The world is full of illusions, but what if you could see through them? Would you be brave enough to face what you find? We all carry our past with us, but what if your past is holding you hostage? Are you ready to break free? You've heard the whispers, and now it's time to listen. The truth is here, and it's going to change everything you thought you knew. Your life is filled with hidden meanings. What if the very moment you're living in right now is more important than you realize? What if the greatest adventure of your life is waiting for you behind a door you're too afraid to open? Everything you think you know could vanish in the blink of an eye. Are you ready for the truth? There's a power in you buried deep beneath the surface. What happens when it awakens? You've been searching for love, but have you ever stopped to wonder if it's been right in front of you this whole time? Sometimes the hardest part is not facing the enemy outside, but facing the one within. Are you ready for that battle? The secrets you keep locked away may be the very things you need to free yourself. Are you ready to unlock the truth? Right now, your world is shifting beneath your feet. What happens when you realize you have the power to shape your own future? You've spent your life looking for signs, but what if you're the sign you've been waiting for? It's easy to ignore the warning signs, but what if they're not just coincidences? What if they're guiding you to something bigger? The hardest truth is often the one we refuse to acknowledge, but once you face it, everything changes. There's a part of you that's been waiting for this moment your entire life. Will you answer the call? The questions you've been afraid to ask may hold the answers you've been searching for. Are you brave enough to seek them? Sometimes we have to lose everything to gain the most important thing. Are you ready for that kind of transformation? You've always been told that dreams are just dreams. But what if your dreams hold the key to your reality? What if everything you thought you knew about yourself was just a lie? Are you ready to discover the truth? You feel something stirring, don't you? That feeling that something big is about to happen. But do you know what it is? Life is full of mysteries, but the greatest mystery of all is the one inside of you. Are you ready to uncover it? You're at a crossroads in your life. Every decision you make from this point forward will shape your destiny. What will you choose? The moment you stop fighting the unknown, you'll discover the most powerful version of yourself. Are you ready to embrace it? You've been partying for the truth your entire life, but what if it's been inside of you all along? The life you dream of is closer than you think. But first, you must face the one thing that's been holding you back. Do you hear that whisper? It's the voice of your true potential calling. Are you ready to answer? The hardest battles often lead to the most rewarding victories. Will you fight for your future or let it slip away? You've been running from your fears, but what if your greatest strength lies in facing them head on? Sometimes the only way to find peace is to embrace the chaos. Will you surrender to the unknown? What if the key to your happiness is hidden in the most unexpected place? Are you ready to find it? The choices you make today will define your future. Will you choose the path that leads to your dreams or settle for less? In the depths of your soul, you know the truth. Will you trust it or continue to doubt what's already inside of you? Have you ever felt like there's something more to life, something just beyond your reach, waiting for you to claim it? You've been holding on to your past for so long, but what happens when you finally let go? The person you're meant to become is just one decision away. Will you take that first step? You've been chasing love for so long, but what if love is already here, waiting for you to see it? What if the things you fear most are actually the things you need to face in order to grow? You've been living a story that isn't yours. What happens when you finally take control of your own narrative? The truth is a powerful thing. It can set you free, but only if you're willing to confront it. You've been ignoring the signs for so long, but what happens when you finally see them for what they are? Everything you've been through has led you to this moment? Are you ready to take your power back? The life you've always dreamed of is closer than you think. But first, you need to believe that it's possible. You've been searching for the answer outside of yourself. But what if the answer is already within? The greatest change begins within. Are you ready to transform the way you see yourself and the world around you? What if the pain you've been avoiding is the very thing that will lead you to your greatest breakthrough? You've been living on autopilot for so long. What happens when you finally wake up and take control?